Ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water, welcome to the Alchemy Lab. My name is Lee. I've got a stand-up desk, but still no dice, and I'm playing Kalthar. I got him.
Priorities, ladies and gentlemen, priorities. My name's Carl, and I am still Graccus.
And I'm Matt. I am the DM of the Shattered Lands, Streets of Mihre, loading the dice. It's case number 9, and we are on episode 3. Good to see you guys. Last time, in part 2, you retread some old ground. You went back down to tier 7, getting some more assets together for your upcoming conflict with the Delano family.
Indeed.
You discovered that the place had changed quite a bit. It degraded almost in the short time you'd been away. The Lover's Haze is everywhere. And this has all been compounded by probably the Delanos, maybe some other forces. And that in turn has been compounded by the fact that an investigation that Charon, your old buddy Charon, started, ended in blood. His 2 chaps who he put on it took a walk and jumped off of the city to their deaths. And nefarious means are suspected in that. So you got to plug that leak. Once you plug that leak, you've got his support. And maybe he will have tier 5, apparently. You're going to make him, you're king making.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, we'll see how things go, but again, I'd rather have it controlled by somebody that I know and trust, and that actually gives a damn about the city rather than about their own personal profit.
right. We'll see how things go. Definitely. But yeah, he's you have sort of a plan together with the party. He's going to announce that he's leaving because of all this mess. So let's get into it. So word has started to spread around that Charon is planning to leave Mihre. So he kind of let it slip to a couple of people, and he's also let slip that he wants to have a big party, like a blowout. The girls have been invited. The girls are in. Like things are starting to kick into gear.
We're finally having that sexy party that we wanted, basically.
You're finally having
It's
that
minus a Valentine.
Minus a Valentine, yeah. But things are starting to kind of kick into gear as we speak. So not everyone is in the compound yet. There are a few people kind of coming in dribs and drabs. A lot of his dudes are already there. But the girls are obviously coming in. Things that occur in that way. As we open, you guys are overlooking kind of the main staging area on a balcony. So the stairs lead up. There's kind of a balcony that weaves its way around, and you're looking down at all these people.
Mm-hmm.
You got about an hour or so before the party begins.
Charon. Anyone you'd expect to be here by now not yet arrived? Or someone that would have been here when the news was first announced that's not here?
Tough to tell from up here. Most people look like they're here. A couple of the girls aren't yet. A couple of the boys patrolling around. They'll get here though.
When did you first notice the leak?
Oh. It was around the time that Mr. Valentine disappeared the first time, when he was taken down to Raven.
So this might not just be Delano, this might be someone higher up.
It could be.
But that would make sense. Delano's bragged about having a benefactor much higher up in the tiers. Chances are it's the same person who was after Cass, maybe?
Could just be your old friend.
Old friend.
This Valentine.
He's been hiding down here as much as we have. He's been trying to build his way back up. Whoever tried to have him killed paid a lot of money the first time to kidnap him down to Raven. I doubt he'd be involved with Delano's. He's not. He's keen on taking secrets. He's not keen on changing the city that directly.
He's working with them now. Isn't he?
Yeah, but Cass always has his own plan in his own head. If there's one thing I've learned from him, it's don't trust your eyes.
As you say.
Well, look, we've got some time before things will kick off. There are a few people here you might want to talk to. A couple of leads.
Okay.
You're up for that.
Always am.
All right, well, the two lads, Reese and Hicks, the two lads who died. Bartender, same bartender's on duty tonight that was on duty then. Boise's here. Boise took him round. I mean, he could probably tell you something. Ender knew about it. If you wanted to talk to him. A few of the patrol lads too.
Let's start with the bartender, Boise and Ender. If you're going to have someone leaking information in your organisation, it's likely to be someone who's going to be reasonably close to you or in a position that they can get info from a lot of different sources, which is where the bartender stands out. Patrol boys, beyond what they're told and what they hear, the information's not necessarily going to be all that reliable.
Inconspicuous, though.
True.
So is the bartender. And as we all know, alcohol leads to loose lips.
You tell your bartender a lot of shite.
Rembrandt can tell you some stories from Tier 6 that he probably shouldn't know.
I can imagine.
The right amount of alcohol will ply most people open if you're not conscious of it. Let's start with Boise and Ender. Work our way down to the bartender.
Makes
Either
sense.
way.
But first, before we do that, I'm just going to pop out the bottle of social elixir that Brock gave me
Okay.
and just lock it back.
Alright, so that will last an hour.
That's fine.
Okay. I'll be in the office.
I assume we'll see you again when the festivities start.
See you when the festivities start. And he goes back to his office. So, as you know, but I don't know if anyone else knows, the social elixir will give you advantage.
I have it here
Plus 5,
as
sorry.
plus 5 on perception and persuasion and deception checks.
Yes. Yes, plus 5 to persuasion and deception, yes. I was thinking of the other thing. All right.
Yeah, that might come in useful later on. We'll see what happens.
Indeed.
Kalthar takes the bottle.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Either way.
I'm going to head over to... Let's go Boise first.
Well, the nearest is Ender.
Ender it is then, if he's closest.
He's also on the balcony. But he's on the opposite side of the balcony. He seems to be kind of watching everything, taking everything in. He has like a long cigarette clenched between his teeth, his like incisors, on a kind of a long like one of them, you know when stick things. I don't know the name. Stick thing.
Yeah, stick things.
Stick thing. He's got a cigarette in a stick thing and he's smoking it.
Cool. So yeah, I'll head over to Ender then.
Kalthar follows closely behind.
Ah, gentlemen.
How you doing, Ender?
Oh, you know, always keen for a party.
Just wish it was under better circumstances.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Never
But you
thought
know,
the old man would leave. I thought
Yes.
he'd die here.
well, neither did I, but apparently he is leaving.
I quite like the tassel on the end of your stick thing.
Yeah. It's to keep the cigarette in place.
I see.
I like things like this.
Charon mentioned something. A couple of his boys took a walk.
Oh yes, Reese and Hicks,
Yeah.
poor fellows.
Know anything about it? It sounds kind of out of place from what you just said.
Only what I heard. Apparently they decided that things were not to their liking and they walked off the docks. Peculiar, considering they had a task to complete.
Yeah, does that not strike you as strange that two seemingly normal guys just randomly come to the decision that it's time to take the end of it and walk off the dock? I mean, there are easier ways to go.
There are easier ways to go, certainly. Certainly. There's a lot of things striking me as peculiar these days, you know.
Such as?
Such as Charon up and deciding to leave when the tier needs him the most. I mean, it's strange, isn't it?
Maybe he's tired of watching the tier die.
If your organization couldn't help it before, why the hell could it help it now?
Our organization helped it a lot before.
Well, it didn't do a good enough job, did it? And here we are having a party, smoking our cigarettes, chatting on balconies. Yes, you did a very good job.
Outside influences can't be helped, can they? And there are plenty of outside influences that want a piece of Tier 7.
Know any names specifically? You always seem to have the connections, Ender.
Well, apparently your old employers, the Delanos, want a piece of this place. With
I
all the
could gather
haze
that from
around.
the haze.
Mm. And those up higher, if rumors are to be believed.
If you're interested, I can tell you that that Omar himself mentioned a benefactor.
Did he now? Now that is peculiar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, make a persuasion check, Kalthar and Graccus.
So, persuasion is one of my good ones. 18.
Same for me.
Okay. I really should check what his thing is.
What thing? What thing? Huh? No, you punk.
Ender's character sheet. That's all.
Ender's normal stat.
Ender's
being normal stat.
100% normal character sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll for talking normally.
Roll for normal talking. He rolled a natural 1, so it's immaterial. But I am just curious. He just sort of nods to you and goes, "You know, maybe it has all gotten to him. Never one to shy away from a fight, Charon, but eventually fighters punch themselves out.
He has been fighting for a while.
Yes, longer than you might think.
I can imagine. And if we're honest, I can empathize.
You seem to be out of a job, Ender.
No. Well, I'm merely this is sort of a hobby, freelancing with Mr. Charon.
Ender is a man of many talents and many pastimes, shall we say.
What other pastimes do you have, Mr. Ender?
Oh, just hunting. Hunting here and there. I take it you're looking into Hicks and Reese's untimely demise.
I suppose one last parting gift from Charon, if he can. Giving people closure on what really happened.
Well, you know, I liked those chaps. And they were looking into something very important, something that I was looking into as well. And I would quite like to assist you. If you'll have me, of course.
I'll never turn down assistance, but What were they looking into exactly? Charon was a bit unclear on the details on that part.
Well, they were looking into the Lover's Haze.
Ah, well, in terms of how it was getting here.
Yes.
Oh, well, the docks make sense then.
In a way.
But still, why walk off the edge? Magic?
Could be.
Maybe they just didn't like this shithole.
Maybe.
Again, throwing yourself off the edge of Mihre is a difficult way to die. You're falling for a long, long time.
It certainly takes a lot of balls.
You stop breathing quite quickly.
Yeah.
There's worse ways to go. Trust me.
There's certainly
imagine
easier ways to go.
Well, there are easier ways, but not ways with that view. What a view.
Which is true. Anyway, if you want to help, I'll certainly take it.
Of course.
I was going to go talk to Boise next, and then apparently the bartender on duty tonight was the same when they took the mission, so couldn't hurt to ask some questions, I suppose.
Not at all. After you, gentlemen.
So I did like a surreptitious insight check just for sort of like the last couple of bits of help you.
Sorry, say that again because I accidentally paused.
You did a pause, didn't you?
I did.
Boy. So I did a surreptitious insight check just to get a read on this guy. My insight's not very good, but it's one of the ones that I'm trained in, so I thought I might. From when he was like, I want to help you, sort of on until now, and on until I spoke to him. So I got a dirty 20 with that, which was quite good.
Dirty
Nice.
20? Oh, very good. Very good indeed. All right. Okay. I mean...
Is he legit? Like, what's going on? What read am I getting? Is he being genuine?
He's being genuine in his desire to assist.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You do get the sense that he knew those two.
Mm-hmm.
The way he spoke about them was very kind of familiar.
Mm-hmm. After you, Mr. Ender, please.
To Boise?
I start leading the way to Boise.
Mm-hmm. All right. Boise is quaffing a... he's already in the quaffs. He's quaffing his ale. Already in the
He's
quaffs.
quaffing hard.
Is he by the bartender then at the same time?
He's near the bartender, but he's not at the bar.
Okay, that's fine. As we start walking up, I lean over to Kalthar. Keep an eye on the bartender. I want to see if he's paying a lot of attention to this conversation.
What should I do? Sorry.
And you know these guys probably better than I do.
Yes.
How much do you know about the bartender?
Oh, not my speed really. Bit
Any
of a
idea when
bore.
he started working here?
He's been here a little while.
Okay. Well, let's talk to Boise, but keep an eye on the bartender too. I want to see if he's trying to see what's going on with us. I imagine I stick out a little bit.
Perhaps it would be better for Mr. Ender to look for the bartender. He seems to have much better eyes than mine.
Good point. Ender, do you mind?
I wouldn't want to step on your toes.
I'd like to try and wrap this up for Charon tonight, before the festivities start if possible, so he can at least enjoy his goodbye.
Most perceptive of you. All right, let's have a look at this bartender. Make perception checks, gentlemen.
Uh,
23.
11.
Okay, and you're both looking at Boise?
I am, yeah.
Okay, we're going to sort of have the bar area. You're sort of approaching the bar area. So Boise is drinking what looks like an ale in a opaque tankard. He seems fairly relaxed. Just kind of, sitting around, not really talking to anybody, but maybe you see like a couple of bags under his eyes. It's just a bit like, probably been a long day. The bartender is cleaning a glass. He is quite a slim, quite a tall gentleman. Shock of blue hair, like electric blue hair. And a sort of bored expression on the face. There is a scent of a haze in here. A few people are smoking it around.
Sort of walk up to Boise. I intentionally make it loud enough to be heard, sort of catching people smoking the haze. No wonder he wants to leave. Even here.
Hey, what do you mean?
The haze.
Oh, yeah. Not a fan of it myself.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one.
Well,
anyway, sorry to bother you, Boise. I know it's meant to be a celebration. Just Charon asked a favour before he left. The two young lads that took a walk.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah, I heard about them. Yeah, Recenix.
That's the ones, yeah. Were you the one that? I think I've heard that you were the one that took them wherever they were going that night.
I mean, I carted them around. Yeah, I carted them around a few places.
Do you remember where they were?
Oh God, everywhere. Like this horrible, this muck is everywhere. You know what I mean? And
okay.
Yeah.
Did they seem strange to you at any point? Like they maybe them weren't themselves?
Not on me, not on our travels. No, not when we was pottering about. I mean, I heard they left after a party, didn't they? And took a walk.
Party?
Yeah.
First I'm hearing of it.
Make a history check.
I'm pretty sure we did hear about them.
It's been a week in my defence. So 15.
Yeah, Charon mentioned
Okay.
it. Charon mentioned it.
A lot of things happened in that conversation. A lot of things happened in that conversation. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Charon mentioned it. It's been one of them days, I guess.
Don't I know it?
The old man been fighting the haze long down here?
I mean, to be honest with you, it weren't that bad for a while. Like it came down here. It's like, I think you remember, it came down here like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I remember it was sort of floating around a couple places.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right stuff. And
I never tried it myself, but I remember. I think Charon made mention of it and said it's actually quality, and I think Cass might have said it was actually surprisingly good for down in here, to be honest. But
yeah, well, this stuff is nothing like that. This stuff is
when did the new stuff turn up? Then was that recent?
Pretty recent. Yeah, pretty recent. It was about 6 or 8 weeks ago, maybe 6 or 8 weeks ago. Spread like a bloody pox. That stuff.
That would be after Cass and I went to 6, right?
Yeah, it was after that.
Yeah.
Around that time, something like that.
I just want to double check with DM. Would that mean it would have been around the time when we were dealing with the tea and treachery?
It would have been. It would have been before tea and treachery.
Okay, but
It
so
would
it
have
would
been-
line up when the haze started getting pushed harder then by... Okay.
Yeah, it would line up in that 6-week gap where you guys were setting up the archive.
Cool. So probably when the Delano started getting a bit more active in the marketplace, shall we say?
Hmm.
Okay.
The bartender looks over. Excuse me. Are you having a drink?
I don't drink.
I'm good for now.
All right. Fair enough.
Problem?
So, sorry, are we disturbing you?
I'll have a wine. Wine.
No, I'm sorry.
Kalthar, leave it for now.
Are we disturbing you?
I'm just here to serve drinks. All right? Just here to serve drinks.
I look behind me. Is there anyone behind me?
There is no one behind you.
There doesn't seem to be a queue, little man.
Make an intimidation check.
I mean, I feel like a giant metal man should be...
17.
How much balls does this person have? He held your gaze for like, and then goes, nothing. No problem. Sorry.
Boise, would you give me a minute?
Be gentle.
No
And he
promises.
leaves.
I just sort of, as he gets up, just no promises. And I walk over to the bar and lean over to be sort of like very sort of hunched shoulders and sort of over him kind of thing.
Ender just kind of leans on the bar and like, he's just watching. He's like,
I'm guessing you're new around here, right?
I've been here for a while, actually.
So you know who I am then.
No, I don't know who you are.
Foebreaker. Graccus Foebreaker. Maybe you heard the name?
Might have.
I'm curious. When did you start?
Been here. I told you I've been here a while.
Actual dates, please.
I like 18 months, maybe.
Yet you don't recognize me.
Well,
The guy that helped bring down the human trafficking ring.
I'm sorry, you haven't been here that often. You certainly haven't gotten a drink from me.
You seem very annoyed that we're not.
Sorry, would Graccus have been through a sexy party?
He has.
He's been through at least one sexy party.
Yes, he has.
2 sexy parties. One of them happened off screen because Matt didn't want to do the girl noises. We've been in 2.
Yeah, we forced a
true.
second. And also, to be fair, I feel like he would know who Graccus and Cassius were after some of the stuff they got up to down here. Like,
But what I'm saying, Carl, is do you remember him? If he's been here for 18 months.
Make a history
gonna-
check.
Yeah. That is a 13.
You don't remember him from upstairs. He's not been at the parties. And in his defense, you've not been down in this kind of area a whole lot.
Blue
You go
hair,
up,
though.
You speak to
Blue.
Charon.
What about the blue hair, though? Bit
Yeah.
distinguished, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit, but you've not. Again, you don't like the bar down here. It's kind of tucked away a bit. It's like it's tucked away at the side of the room. There's 2 doors either side that, judging by the smell, lead into the kitchen. So, you
Could
know,
easily have been in the kitchen and stuff like that. So, okay, fair
could
enough.
have been in the kitchen, and like I mean, this place is usually packed, and blue hair is distinctive, but you can't think like, well, you know.
Fair enough. Little bird tells me you were serving drinks the night that those 2 young lads took a walk.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. Yes, I was. I was serving drinks to them.
So they did drink before they left.
Well, they had a few. They had a couple of drinks. Yes.
Seems a bit odd for someone who's about to be sent on a job by Charon, right?
Well, I mean, this was after all of that.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. They took a walk after.
They took a walk.
I just spoke to Boise.
Oh boy, they took a walk after a party. The party was here.
Huh.
Right, it's right what he said. I was serving some of the boys. They had a couple of drinks. They were going to look around at stuff the next day, so they didn't drink that much. And then they left.
I want to insight check this motherfucker.
Go ahead.
I've rolled my insight.
What is it?
I got a 19.
It's the best number of all.
Is it a 20?
It is indeed.
And I got a 19.
I rolled it and I almost went, and then I went, no, keep it.
No.
Keep it.
Very good.
Face.
Very good. Okay. So he rolled an 18. So 18, 19, 20. So he does seem, I mean, he is trying to kind of persuade you that this is what happened, but he's not in like a lying kind of way. In a bit of a, you're two quite big people, and I'm a bit defensive. Gentlemen, what he's saying does check out.
Yes, Mr. Fairbreaker, this is a waste of time.
I told you he was a bore. No offense. Lot of offense. Get a bit of fucking manner. You're a bartender.
Certainly no Rembrandt.
He sort of he is offended for about a tenth of a second, and then realizes where he is, and you're like, yeah, you're probably right. Well, I'm sorry for my demeanor.
Do you remember what those two were talking about that night?
Well, they were talking about where they were going to go the next day. They talked about some of the places they went to.
I'd like to leave, Matt.
Okay.
This man has bored me.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go outside, like outside the doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just drop. I bottle drop and just leave.
Okay. All right. This is a strange chat. Well.
Do you remember any of the places they said they visited that night?
Gosh. Well, they were poking around the docks. They were poking around some of the warehouses. They were, they were. Where did they go? I think they went up by the markets. They were looking around this district and the district toward the wind.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you to it. I might come get a drink later on.
Please do, and I'll make it a double, because...
Well, that's a fair offer.
Unpleasantness. Again, I apologise.
It's a fair offer. I appreciate it.
Good boy, we'll make a good bartender out of you yet. Kalthar! You're outside.
Yes.
What are you doing out there? You bottle drop?
So,
what are you doing?
Not everyone's got here yet, right?
Not everyone. A few people are pulling up as we speak.
Okay. Is there anywhere semi-surreptitious where I could just cotch for a bit?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
I
I miss being around. 12.
So surreptitious for you is not terribly easy. You're not far from. You're not far from a dock. You could maybe hide.
Not too far, right? So just to
You could maybe
just to
go
be clear,
underneath it.
To be clear, I don't want to be too far away from the door, and just far enough away that I am not standing there while people are coming to this party, and there's like this fucking 7 foot,
Metal
7.5 foot metal giant.
To be fair, they would recognise you as well.
Oh, that's fine, but I just want, as far as I can tell, they're just going to be heading straight for the party. They're not going to be sort of, well, they might be looking around. They may be looking around if they're going to be doing anything naughty, as in talking like, shall we bump off Charon tonight, for example. But if I could be out of the throughway of, there's your main thoroughfare, we're coming into Charon's, I want to be out of that line and just somewhere where you wouldn't be looking around. I will be doing something else. You can be
off to the side, but with a reasonable view, but you won't be hidden really in any way. You'll just
cast darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, I want some alcove. I'm going to cast darkness on that alcove, and I'm going to stand there.
All right. Okay. Well, there's an alleyway not too far away, so you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Darkness in the alleyway.
Okay. All right. So, what are you looking for now? Just suspicious activity.
I'm just waiting around, listening to the people coming through, looking like just listen, because I don't think I can see. I definitely can't see in it.
Okay, so Graccus, then what are you doing? So this is gonna we'll have this be a little time skip to the beginning of the party.
I'm just gonna sort of be meandering through the crowd and just keeping an ear out. Basically, for the chatter about Charon leaving, to sort of gauge what people's reaction to it is, and if names start getting dropped.
Okay. Cool. So both of you make perception checks then.
17.
14. Yeah, 14. Just -1. That's all I got to do. I've just got a -1 off the dice. There we go.
So both of you eavesdrop on a number of conversations that are kind of disappointed that he's leaving, upset that he's leaving. You get the feeling that, like, a lot of people like him. Like, no one has necessarily a bad word to say about him. But there is definite disappointment that he's leaving. Some people you feel like have lost respect for him because he's leaving. But you don't hear anything necessarily suspicious. You get the feeling that whoever this person is, they're in deep, deep cover. Kalthar, after maybe 30 minutes, you head back inside. And Graccus, you head back inside as like the last of the like stragglers kind of going.
Do I see Kalthar coming in?
Yeah, you can't miss Kalthar coming in.
Yeah, no, just sort of, am I close to him basically?
You could be close enough.
As soon as I get in, I'm going to be making a beeline for Graccus anyway.
Well, what I want to do, I'm going to wait for him to catch up to me then, based at this point.
Okay.
Kalthar.
Yes.
I want you to wait by the entrance. Once the party starts, lock the door.
Kalthar.
Yes.
Okay, so both of you see Charon has come out of his office. He's looking over the balcony. He's looking over the staging area. He points at you two and waves you up.
Before we go up, so I'm assuming that everyone is now here. It's going to turn up.
Pretty much everyone is now here.
Okay.
He seems to think everyone's here.
Okay, before I head up, I want to lock the doors.
He sees where you're heading, and he just shakes his head
Okay.
and beckons you up again.
Off we go, Mr. Fairbraker.
Worth a try. I head up.
All right. So, dog leaves the room. So, as you pull close to him, he rests a finger on the railing. There is a slot for a key. He takes a key out and gives it to you, Graccus. When the time is right, when you're going to give your announcement, turn that key.
That's very clever.
And the party will begin.
Okay.
I like this. I like you, Charon.
Any word you'd like me to share on your behalf, Charon? After all, it is your, and I give him a very knowing wink, your going away party. Just in case anyone's listening.
You know what, I think you're pretty, I think you'll know what to say. Gentlemen, you're ready to get this party started?
I think so.
I believe we are, yes.
Well, next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have that party.
Sexy party, sexy party.
So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Follow me on Minds. Matt.
Yeah, go on Minds.
Minds is great. It's not Facebook or Twitter, which makes it fantastic. And take care. Look after yourselves. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. We'll see you next time.